Hello everyone, welcome back to a new episode of Beacon Pines. Last time we left off, we made it down here to Grandma's basement and we knocked out Hiram. And I guess we're going to be doing something to you now, possibly disposing of the body or something. But I realized something in between episodes interesting about the filing cabinet over there. It sounds like the garbage is being emptied outside our dumpster, so if you hear any weird bangs, that would be it. There was something interesting about the filing cabinet, what we learned from Walter last time that I thought about. Someone in Walter's notes mentioned their water being poisoned, and that is interesting to me considering when we were at the beginning of the game. I remember it because I've seen this part like a few times now from playing the demo and playing this. There was like a hose connecting to a puddle, right? And I think like Rollo or Luka even went and like investigated the puddle or like jumped around in it or something. But there was a hose leading from the factory to the puddle, so the idea that they may be poisoning the water supply does sound like a legit one. Why? I don't know, but let's go.
The interrogation of Hiram Tolliver.
Alright, Hiram.
Still unconscious, Mr. Tolliver slumped heavily in a shoddy old chair. His hands were bound with rope, his feet tied with some loose string.
Would loose string really keep you tied up? I feel like loose string would need... I don't know. Maybe it's good enough. If it's like shoestring, I'm thinking of like thread, I guess.
The kids huddled in a circle, discussing their plan. One thing was certain. They couldn't just let Mr. Tolliver go. They needed to know what he was doing in Luka's house. After some deliberation, it was decided.
They'd run the classic good cop, blank cop interrogation. Huh. Well, I feel like chill is probably not going to work, right? So I should probably do chill first. Because hard seems like, I mean, good cop, bad cop is the one. So, and Mr. Tolliver seems like the type that would fold under, like, a hard cop mentality. Bad cop, rather. So, I think I'm going to go for chill first because I think this is not going to work out.
They'd run the classic good cop, chill cop interrogation.
I'll handle this. Just gotta play it cool.
Luka walked calmly to the light switch, flicking it off and on a few times. Mr. Tolliver shook his head, gathering his wits.
Golly, I sure got my bell rung.
He looked over to find Luka, who returned a calming grin.
Sorry, Mr. Tolliver. This was all a big mistake. Luka, what's going on here? Why do you have me strapped down? No one's fault, really. Rollo just got a little startled. Isn't there supposed to be a good cop in this scenario? Also, yes, Luka's leaning on the box because Luka's being chill. You said good cop, chill cop. Where's my other cop? Rollo's here?
Rollo and Beck emerged from hiding to give a timid wave.
Well, alright. Mistakes happen. You kids gave old Hiram a good scare. Or Hiram. Let's just get out of these ropes and call it even.
Luka glanced over to Rollo and Beck, who replied with skeptical looks.
Mr. Tolliver, why are you in my grand's basement? I'm here to help, of course. Help with what? What's my gran up to? If you'll just cut me loose, I can show you. How do I know we can trust you?
Mr. Tolliver exhaled with disappointment.
Luka, have I ever done wrong by you? No? And since your gran moved to town, haven't I been nothing but welcoming? Yeah? So why would I turn my back on your family now? It's just... all this stuff seems pretty weird. A board with names of people from town? An archive of my dad's old disturbing patient notes?
Luka gestured to the corner.
Barrels of explosives? I can explain everything. You just need to untie me. You kids deserve an explanation.
Luka looked again to Rollo and Beck. This time they shrugged. Luka began to slowly loosen the bindings.
I don't think this is a good idea, but okay. Don't trust you, Tolliver.
Mr. Tolliver gently rubbed his wrists.
That's a good lad. I see you edging over to the stairs. Don't you dare. This'll all make sense in time.
He edged imperceptibly toward the stairs as he spoke.
You see, this town has secrets, Luka. A very dark past indeed.
Before the kids had even noticed his movement, Mr. Tolliver was at the light switch.
A past that must be brought to...
Punctuated his final words by flicking the switch and rushing up the stairs.
Light. Son of a...
Beck darted to the wall and turned back on the lights. It was too late. Rollo confirmed what they all heard.
He just locked us down here.
Mr. Tolliver's muffled voice came from behind the door.
I wasn't lying, you know. This is for your own good. You kids just keep tight down there and let the adults handle
They
this.
looked bewildered at each other.
Play it cool, huh? Not now, Beck. Well, that didn't work
They
out.
heard the staccato thump of quick steps exiting the house. The kids looked down in resignation. This isn't how it goes in Hank Atomic. For some reason, they'd always assumed it was up to them to save their town. Luka opened his mouth, hoping to conjure some magical words to make this right. Only a hollow croak escaped. The end.
Damn. Well, that sucks.
Well, we certainly aren't going to find a grand resolution to our tale locked in a basement.
I mean, when locked in the basement, would we be safe from whatever the weird ice bomb thing that attacked us in the treehouse was? In the basement? Maybe that's what Hiram meant. This is for your own good. You'll be safe here. As in, yes, you'll be safe from that happening. You'll be safe from the freezing? I don't know. Wouldn't we still just walk outside to a giant ice cube world?
Back to the drawing board.
Okay, so yeah, now we do hard cop, I guess. We could go down this other path, but let's see what hard cop has to offer us. Run the classic hard cop.
They'd run the classic good cop, hard cop interrogation. Rollo brandished a steely gaze. I've got this. Read about it 100 times. Rollo swaggered past the chair which propped up the slumping Hiram Tolliver. Without even looking at his captive, he began with a long, blustery drawl.
Well, 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 Mr. Tolliver.
Mr. Tolliver remained motionless. Rollo spun around to face him. He'd clearly expected to rouse Mr. Tolliver with his booming voice.
Mr. Tolliver?
Beck and Luka gave each other an unsure glance. Rollo slammed his fist on the table.
I said, Mr. Tolliver.
He grabbed the table lamp and beamed it onto the unconscious face. Mr. Tolliver groaned and slowly lifted his head.
I don't know how well this is going to go either.
He recoiled with a muddled, weary squint.
What in the world?
The chair wobbled as he attempted to straighten up.
Who's there?
Mr. Tolliver could only make out rough shapes through the glaring light. With a gruff tone, Rollo hoped to both conceal his voice and intimidate.
I'll be asking the questions here. Now hold on, let's just calm down. Oh, I am calm. Calm as a carrot in dirt. As for you, looks like you're sweating.
The doubtful expression on Beck and Luka's faces transformed into awe.
We can do this my way, or... well, let's just say I've never needed another way.
Rollo, hitting his stride, was now channeling every detective trope his memory could recall.
Okay, maybe this will work out. Maybe the hat's not stupid.
He slammed the table again.
Now dance! What? I don't even...
Mr. Tolliver's voice became desperate. He was nearly in tears.
You've tied me down. How on earth could I dance? Dance with your mouth, punk. Spill the beans. What are you doing poking around this house? I'm here to help Juniper. To make sure everything's ready. Oh, so you're in cahoots with Gran? Gran?
Mr. Tolliver was in a daze, now more confused than ever.
Gonna help her blow up the festival, eh? Blow up the festival? Good
He
lord.
shook his head, feeling more and more dizzy.
No, you've got it all wrong. Where is she now? She's headed to the source. Source? What's the source? It's
His
where
voice faded to a whisper.
the town began. Where it all began. What is Operation Sparkplug?
With that, Mr. Tolliver passed out cold. Rollo swung around with a repentant grimace.
Damn, Rollo. I think you went a little too hard on him. What did he say about the source? It's where the town began? We need more information. Yeah, but we'd better not push Mr. Tolliver any further. Is there anyone else who might know more? What about the History Museum? It just got set up for the festival. No, that tent was put up by the Valentines. Everything they do is just a bunch of fluff to glorify themselves. There anything more reliable? The library? If there's any information about this source thing, Kato can help us find it. Let's go get some answers. And we are here. Interesting. Didn't, in one of the, like, flashbacks with Luka's dad, wasn't... I want to say, it was the one where there was, like, an older Luka in the outfit. Wasn't there something cold there? And I think the source or the beginning of the town was mentioned then. That little, like, dream state thing that we had. It's been a minute, but... This is a dang nice library. Thanks, we work hard on it. Aren't you a little young to be a librarian? Oh, Kato hung out here so much, eventually they gave him a set of keys. I just keep an eye on the place for Miss Novak sometimes. They got you working for free? It's quiet, and I get access to all the books I can read. What more could a person want? Fair enough. What can I do for you all? We need a favor. I already told you in Rollo, I can't put you any higher on the wait list for the next Hank Atomic. And if you're here with more candy, I'll have you know I can't be bought. Call it a personal code of conscience. Actually, we're looking to do some research. Now you're speaking my language. What are you looking for? That's the thing, we sorta don't know. What do you got on the history of the town? That's the county record archive. There's the county record archives. What's in those? Births, deaths, newspaper clippings, stuff like that. Pretty boring reading. But they do go all the way back to when the town was founded. Great, we'll start there.
Chapter 8.
Chapter 8.
6 feet under, 3 towns over.
6 feet under, 3 towns over.
The afternoon combing through dusty piles of old county records, desperately searching for anything that could help them make sense of Mr. Tolliver's cryptic utterance. Luka tried to shake the thought of Gran's basement, but his focus wavered.
Yeah, I mean, Grant's been pretty suspicious, like, the entire game at this point, so... Also, I'm always suspect of just, like, something happens to your normal parents and someone else just, like, kind of comes in to replace them, basically, even if it is our grandma.
Explosives, messages hidden in jam, dossiers on various town figures, and a corkboard threaded with photos. Gran was the only family he had left. He still couldn't bring himself to believe the worst.
I still think Gran's like part of some sort of rebel group or something, though. Possibly like the old guard that wants to protect the town from like perennial harvest or something. I don't know. That's kind of my logic. I mean, we found the stuff with the jam and all that. It would make sense to me, right?
But the old map with the symbol of explosives in town square made that difficult. As the sun began to set, the kids were no closer to the truth.
If I have to read any more records, my eyeballs are gonna pop. We have to keep digging. If I take another word, I'm gonna end up in one of these asinine death records. Rollo Cotter lived a full and wonderful life, till he read so much boring crud that his brain oozed out his ears.
Rollo shut his book with an assertive nod.
If you've got a better idea, spit it out. You sound like my sister. Keep pushing your luck, pal. And it won't be boring county records that kill you. I'll put you in the obituaries myself. Jesus! Calm down.
Rollo muttered under his breath.
You're a county record. Really? That's the best you've got? That was pretty dumb, Rollo. When I'm done with you, you'll be the footnote in history. Just like...
Slammed her finger down on the open page before glancing down to read.
Oh, it does not say that last part. J. Hartford here. I'd love to see you try. Hey. We're all a little tired here. Let's just take a minute and...
Something tickled the back of Luka's mind.
Wait, what was that name, Beck? In the obit? In the obit, J. Hartford. From the Brookville Tribune 20 years ago. That can't be right. J. Juniper. Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't have made that connection because Luka's last name is Van Horn, but I'm imagining that came from Dad. So, yes, Grandma would have a different last name. What is it? J. Hartford. That's my grand's name, Juniper Hartford. Maybe there were two J. Hartfords? Miss Hartford is survived by her young daughter, E. Hartford. My mom's name is Eleanor. Okay, this is getting creepy. If your grand is 6 feet under 3 towns over, then who am I living with?
The question hung in
Ooh. Who are you living with? Interesting. Alright, gang. I gotta close up for the
the air.
night.
Beck rubbed her eyes.
How late is it? Almost 10. Oh crap. Pa's gonna kill me. I gotta go. Yeah, my parents will be worried sick. Okay, let's meet up as early as we can at the festival tomorrow. What are you gonna do about the unconscious man in your basement? I'll think of something. Alright, well here we are back home.
Luka's heart was pounding as he approached the house.
Yeah, and a stranger danger is living with us. Unless, like, Juniper faked her death or something. I could see that happening maybe, but usually if you fake your death, you take on an alias. You don't just keep walking around as the same person.
If he was lucky, Gran, or whoever it was, hadn't gotten back yet. And of course, there was Mr. Tolliver tied up and unconscious in the basement.
And I'm imagining that Luka has seen his gran before this point, so it can't just be someone that doesn't even look like the original Juniper Hartford posing as her. It must actually be someone that looks exactly like Juniper, because I imagine Luka's seen his grandmother before and would recognize if she looked different. Or it's just a look-alike, I guess.
Dealing with him would be the first order of business. Luka shook out his arms to calm his nerves before entering.
Duh. Oh, like that stinger.
He held perfectly still, tempering his breath, and listened closely. She was asleep.
Oh.
His only hope was that she hadn't found Mr. Tolliver before dozing off.
Check on Mr. Tolliver in the basement. Yeah, but can I wake Gran up? Hey Gran, wake up, catch me, murder me, however you're gonna do it. Okay. Well, you can't seem to wake up. Can't wake up. Alright, let's go down here. And he's gone. Of course he is. Oh no.
Mr. Tolliver was nowhere to be seen.
Maybe he woke up, escaped from his bindings, and left without a trace.
Or maybe Gran knew everything.
Ooh, this piano. What do I do?
Luka's hungry stomach groaned. Not realizing it, he'd gone the entire day without eating.
Okay, I can figure this out. Just need a little brain food.
Luka rushed over to the pile of jam jars, unscrewed one, and shoveled a handful into his mouth.
Oh god, please don't do that. Just randomly taste them. You don't know what's in every one. I'm afraid your jam delivery will be
He
delayed.
lifted the lid to read the label.
Mr. Nuncreed. Oh, come on, Luka. She probably poisoned that one. No. Because we know Nuncreed's an asshole, and Juniper's clearly not been very happy with Nuncreed before. Oh, this thing could totally be laced with poison. Is this another dud path? Am I dead? Okay, now I can think. So if Gran knows we tied up Mr. Tolliver, I'm screwed. If she doesn't know, then I need to play it cool. I guess the only option is to go to bed and act as if nothing is wrong. Gran will think Mr. Tolliver finished what he was sent to do and left when he was done. Okay, was that laced with something? Come on. I would be very surprised if it wasn't. There's some significance to it being Nuncreed's. Ugh! Gran? Okay, stick to the plan. Go to bed and play it cool. Well, that's not creepy at all.
As Luka climbed the final stair, the emotion of the day dragged heavily on him.
God, I have to applaud this game for its ability to be incredibly unsettling without actually having, like, any gore or anything like that. Monsters, really. It's just suspenseful. It does a very, very good job of doing that. A lot of it's helped by the music, but come on, walking in, we know Grand is an imposter now. We see Grand sitting there, we're freaking out. Grand's not gonna wake up. We walk in, Mr. Tolliver's gone, and we walk back out and Grand's gone. That's scary.
With each consecutive step, his legs weakened.
It was laced with something.
His stride began to falter. He tried to grab for the railing to steady himself. Something was wrong.
Come on, legs. Just a few more steps.
Luka groaned and tried to move. His limbs might as well have been bolted to the ground. Through numb lips, he mumbled just before falling asleep.
The germ? Go to sleep. I don't like that. Sweet boy. What did you get yourself into? Oh God, what are you doing to me? Rest now, and let me handle everything. Am I, like, proper dead, or am I just, like, knocked out?
Chapter 9.
I guess I'm not dead. Okay.
A speech to end all speeches. Luka awoke to find himself face down in bed. He moaned into his pillow. Why would Gran drug him?
I mean, Gran didn't drug you. Gran drugged Nuncreed.
Or rather, why was she trying to drug Mr. Nuncreed?
Oh, okay. Yeah, see, it says it.
Shaking the questions from his woozy head, Luka snapped back to the matter at hand.
The festival. Yeah, anything to do in the room? Probably not. Let's just go. Alright, we got a festival to get to now that I'm not groggy anymore. Huh. I wonder what the dosage was on that. Maybe it was just supposed to kind of slow Mr. Nuncreed down, because I imagine Mr. Nuncreed would need a much bigger dosage than Luka. And I wouldn't be surprised if it was a dosage intended for Mr. Nuncreed that it would have really had a much harder effect on Luka. Because Luka's small. Yeah, interesting. Where have you been? Gran put something in the jam. Yeah, we know. Secret messages for secret conspirators. Not this one. The one intended for Mr. Nuncreed put me to sleep. Oh, ho, ho. Sly devil. Ooh, new charm. I think she's trying to remove him from the equation. He might be in danger. Have you found anything? We looked around, but haven't seen anything odd. Your Gran is nowhere to be found. But Mr. Nuncreed is just loafing around waiting for the speech. What speech? Mayor Gus just got up to the podium. Everyone is gathering at the stage. Let's get moving. Okay, speech. Ooh. Okay, wait, let's look.
Valentine nervously wiped his brow.
So yeah, obviously we don't see Juniper, because they just mentioned Juniper's not around, but... I don't see Tolliver either, right? Yeah, Tolliver's not here. Miss Fratelli is here, your other conspirator, but I don't see Tolliver. Maybe Tolliver is with Juniper, wherever she is? Unless they're, like, under this, like, little, thought bubble here. No, they're not. Ahem, is this thing... hello, Beacon Pines. I'm Augustus Valentine, your mayor, and I suppose you already know that. Oh, yes, before we get started, I just wanted to take a moment to recognize someone who couldn't be here today. This town wouldn't be where it is today without my father, Sharper Valentine. So I thought we could begin with a round of applause befitting such a great man. Like 4 claps. Even that's more than the old cadre deserved.
Gus cleared his throat and awkwardly loosened his tie.
Jeff does not care. Right, where was I?
William Kerr bounded on the stage with the energy of a preacher at a big tent revival.
Yeah, I bet you did. Gus Valentine, everyone.
He gave Gus a hearty slap on the back and motioned him off the stage.
Let's hear it for our mayor. What a great turnout. Ah, heck, I didn't prepare anything. But I suppose I could say a few words. Well, it'd be a shame to waste such a beautiful podium.
Mr. Kerr pulled a thick stack of note cards out from his vest.
Thought you said you didn't prepare anything, you jackass. Community, conviction, commitment. These are the things we celebrate at Perennial Harvest. For us, these are the pillars of the bridge to a better tomorrow. But I think it's time to add a new pillar. Change. Change is a powerful thing. It's inexorable, unavoidable, and undeniable. And I am dadgum thankful for it. Change is the reason we're all together today. It's hard for me to believe that it was only 4 years ago when fate brought me here. A simple business trip, which brought me to a small town, which would change my life forever.
Mr. Kerr took a moment to survey the crowd.
You know what?
He wiped away a single tear.
From the second I set foot in Beacon Pines, something about this place has held me captive. Lying jackass. You see, change represents opportunity. It represents potential. It was change that helped me recognize the potential of this place. To see that the people of this town, despite suffering great loss, still held on to the things that made them special.
He thumped the podium to emphasize each word.
Community, conviction, commitment, change.
Mr. Kerr nodded confidently, biting his lip. The crowd was silent, in rapt attention.
Fate made a perfect match that day. Nothing is more important to you all than community. And Perennial Harvest is a community first and foremost.
Mr. Kerr methodically made eye contact with each section of the crowd.
The only way you made it through the foul harvest was an unshakable conviction. A conviction that a better tomorrow was just over the horizon. Perennial Harvest was founded on the conviction that we are that horizon. This festival is a symbol of our commitment to each other.
His voice began to build to a crescendo.
We now walk hand in hand into a future we will shape together. And that is what change is all about. Grabbing the future by the scruff of the neck and making things happen. Change is a choice. I am tickled pink that we will all be making that choice together. How great is that? Just imagine what we can accomplish. Uh-oh. That was the same bang that happened in the treehouse. What was
The
that?
crowd began to look around nervously.
Don't worry, a little thunder isn't going to ruin this day. Everyone remain calm.
Mr. Kerr quickly flicked through his note cards.
Where was I? Through all my travels, I have learned one true thing. One always reaps what they sow. We have all planted a lot of good in this town. Are you about to reap what you sowed? I think everyone here is about to reap what they sowed. And so, it is with a happy heart that I can proclaim
He raised his hands up to the heavens.
our harvest awaits. There it is.
At that moment, a merciless wall of impossibly cold air ripped through the crowd, instantly freezing everyone and everything it touched. For a man like William Kerr, this was a fitting way for things to end. On a stage, with an entire town frozen in rapt attention for the rest of time.
I feel sorry for everyone else. Oh, God. Yeah, Kerr would love this.
The end.
What a horrible... That's the worst ending so far.
There's that ice again! Whenever I think we're getting close, it comes along and ruins everything! Maybe we should just quit? Maybe you should just close the book, walk away, and never think of me again. No, I don't mean that.
No, this game's too good to not think of again.
We got a little closer this time. We just need to try again. Please.
Alright, well... So we can be a sly cop, or we can go this route. I think maybe we'll go this route this time, because this branch is getting a little bit longer than this branch, so maybe we continue down the MCDC route with Iggy there, but I think we're probably going to be doing that next time. I do believe the game would save right here, so I think we're going to go ahead and end things off for this episode. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time for some more.